Welcome back. Today we are out in the garden. We are going to finally begin fixing all the problems we've had out here and grow some real food. We're about mid-April here. It's not time in Michigan to plant anything in the ground yet, with a few exceptions. Potatoes can go in here pretty soon, and also strawberries. Let me show you what we have here in the garden and what we're going to be using to plant our strawberries in, something a little bit unique. The homestead garden. It has produced a good amount of food for us, but not anywhere near as much as it should. And so the soil here is very poor. Done a lot of amending and still haven't been able to get good soil. But I have a solution for that, at least for our strawberries. When we moved into this house, I thought, oh, these decks on the south side of our house would be perfect for growing things. There's no sun up here. What we're going to use is something I have had on the deck for a few years, the garden well grow towers. We're going to move those over to there. I ordered the wrong lids for these, so they have a terracotta lid. That's not right. The green stalk garden grow towers. These have an automatic watering system that I will eventually hook up down there, but I'll show you how these work once I get them all put together. But right now, there's a lot of carrying down the hill. All right, so I have enough I have 15 total pots here, and it comes with a top and it comes with a base. The base, I'm gonna take the wheels off of. I'll still use the base. The tops I won't use. I need to figure out where to put these. The plan is gonna be to have an entryway here, a small pedestrian gate that would be right here with a path that comes through and then tees off that way and that way. So I think it'd be kind of cool right on these corners to have two nice tall towers. So we'll do two there. That leaves us with a third, but maybe what I'll do to keep it symmetrical is right off the back of this, I'll put one right back there on the other side of the path, on the back side of that garden. All right, while we are getting the pads leveled out and the towers put together and the soil mixed, we'll get our strawberries soaking. Generally what they recommend is that you put these right into some water. What you're getting is a root ball. Just want to get them soaking a little bit, kind of spread them apart. This is one. This is kind of the top of it right here. This is kind of a root ball. And I've generally found the best prices for strawberries to be either at the farm stores, TSC or Family Farm and Home, or Amazon. You can buy these right on Amazon, have them shipped to your door, and you get pretty good prices there too. I've bought them both places, both ways. Generally 2 different types of strawberries. These are Eversweet. There's different types, but 2 main categories that they fall into. This is the Eversweet type of strawberry, is an everbearing strawberry, so they produce all year round. Now these are great for containers because they don't spread quite as much. The other category of strawberries is a June bearing type, and there are lots of different types of June bearing strawberries. But the June bearing strawberries, they only bear strawberries once a year. They have a single harvest. But during the off season, when they're not producing fruit, they produce quite a bit of foliage. So you're going to end up getting they'll spread a lot more. So it's good for direct to ground planting, raised bed planting if you want them to spread and get kind of thicker and thicker. But in our towers here, we don't really want that. The other nice thing about these is I'll take a picture of all of these boxes, because if you save your receipt, these are guaranteed. If I don't have a full at least 10 per box that grow, I will go to their website and let them know, and they will send me out some new ones, which is pretty cool. All right, I think that looks pretty cool. I got them all dirty with my dirty gloves, so we'll have to get the hose down here later. Let me show you how these work. Let me take the top tier off here. You can stack these, I think, up to like 6 tall probably. These are 5 tall. Each level or each layer has 6 planting pockets. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 30 places that I can put strawberries in. You basically water this once a day. You fill this up to the number of levels that you have. So we have 5 on ours. So you fill this all the way up to the top. It drains down in the center, and the way this is set up, it creates kind of a swirl. And that drains down into this pocket through these little holes right here. And then also a lot of it goes through the center. It's all kind of timed out. So as this is going down here, it drips some into this one, but it also pours a lot into the next layer, which then pours into this tray that's underneath it. This is on the next layer. You can see it underneath there. So then the water comes down into this one. Some of it will drip into each pocket here into the soil, and a lot of it will go down into the next layer. And so it keeps going down, drips into that one, drips into that one, drips into that one, and then the extra goes and pours out onto the ground, or in our case, in the bottom tray there. So this way you get an equal amount of water to each tier, rather than trying to fill each one of these. All you have to do is just fill the top. Now the automatic watering system that I had hooked up to these before, all it does is just runs a timer for 4 minutes or something like that, and fills it up, and then does that each day. So eventually I'll run some water down here, and I'll set that back up so I have automatic irrigation down here. All that's left to do is to plant these. So I will get our strawberries all out here, see how many we ended up with out of those packages. We should be able to at least get one full, and then probably some of this one, and maybe I'll order some more on Amazon and see how those do. Well, I just planted all of those off camera, and essentially it's hard to see in these little pouches anyway when you're planting. So the little top stick there, that's the only part that really needs to be above the soil. There's a little kind of the top of the root ball that you put at the top there, and all the roots obviously go in the dirt. And I threw a little bit of extra soil in some of these and watered everything. Well, I don't have water down here, so we'll have to get the hose down here soon because we still have some freezing temperatures. Believe it or not, it's sunny out today, but it's only a high of 35. It's only 35 degrees out here. So we've got a little bit of time before Michigan warms up enough for these to really start growing. But I'm super excited about the garden this year. A lot of raised bed gardening to do. We've got a lot of paths, wood chips. We're gonna do a soil mix. I'll go through all the steps that I use to set up raised beds, and we'll do some traditional gardening in here still too, but I'm gonna have to create some terraces to try to save the nutrients in the soil here. These green stalk grow towers I have had for, gosh, I've probably had these things for maybe 8 years, maybe 10 years. I've used them in all kinds of different growing environments. They work really, really well. If you really think about how much space we just saved with just these 2 or 3 towers, with if you include the third one, in about a square foot or about 18 inches square there, we grow as much in one of these towers as we would grow in one of these entire raised beds. So think about all that space that has been saved. I mean, honestly, if I could afford it, I'd do a whole garden full of these towers because we would save so much space. I mean, you could have just rows of these things in here, and you could literally multiply your garden space times 5. That's kind of insane. So phase 1 of the garden, we'll call it the garden renovation, overhaul to grow more food here. This is the step 1. And next, we're gonna be doing some raised beds. So stick around for new garden videos coming out soon. Let me know what you guys think. Anybody try these towers out before in the past? Of course, I'll put a link in the description to this stuff. I am an affiliate with these guys, and so I think there is a discount code that they offer to me to offer to you guys. And so I'll put all that in the description and the comments. You can check them out. They have been great. They're super durable. They last a long time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on every video. YouTube people say it all the time. It makes the algorithm work. You gotta hit thumbs up and leave a comment. Google loves that. We'll see you next time.